Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is day 3 of our Paris adventure and we packed a lot into one day. We said goodbye to Disneyland Paris and headed into the heart of Paris, excited to spend the day exploring the city on foot. What I didn't realize was that our casual sightseeing day was about to turn into miles and miles of walking, and I was wearing completely the wrong shoes. What started as a fun day wandering through Paris, grabbing pastries, seeing a few things, turned into an unexpected adventure, complete with sore feet, with blisters, lots of exploring, and a bike taxi ride that was equal parts fun, memorable, and rather frustrating. We experienced a bit of a scam there at the end of the day, which was really frustrating, but I thought it would be helpful to include in this vlog so that you don't make the same mistake we did. So stick around until the end of the video because I'll share what happened, how we ended up paying way more than we expected, and what I'd do differently next time. Let's go explore Paris. Good morning from our incredible light up shower. I thought these shower heads were really fun. Switch to red.
That's the security line this morning. But it'll go pretty fast. Luckily it's just stick your bag in there, walk through the metal detector. Good morning. It is day 3 here in Paris. We are headed to the park. Not as early as we would like, but our bodies are still adjusting to the 6-hour difference. My alarm went off at technically like 1 a.m. this morning, or 1:15 a.m., but it's 7:15 here. It took me a little bit to get up, but I was like, I've got to get my body on this time. So I made myself get up and get a shower. Made myself some coffee in our little coffee maker, threw some clothes on, and we're headed over at least to enjoy like the first little bit in the park while the park is only open to resort guests. It's open from 8:30 to 9:30 for resort guests only. So we may not get on Crush, but we might get on something. And then there's a little coffee cup that I really liked, so I think I'm gonna get that this morning as well before we head out. I might try to get the girls something before we leave too, so we'll see. But checkout time is at 11, and so we have to get back to our hotel before that because we gotta pack up our stuff and throw some different clothes on, because obviously I am not going to the city of Paris look like this. I do not want to stand out as a total tourist. I don't care standing out in Disney, but I do not want to draw attention to myself in Paris. Oh, geez. Wow, it goes all the way up there. There's a lot of Disney magic going on over there. All right, well, we chose poorly on the line. We chose the left one, and they were allowing, we didn't realize it, but they were allowing disability access into our line. So all these people were like getting in line in front of us. It was like the lightning lane was getting into our line, and the other people were just going straight through. Yeah. So it took longer. So annoying. Just like, oh my gosh. So we've got about a half hour of like the park without, like, you know, everybody else here, but Crush is already at a 60-minute wait. So I think more people that come here are staying at the resorts anyway, so it's not like there's a bunch of other people. I mean, I'm sure there's some people that aren't staying at the resorts, but I would say there's more people here staying at resorts than not staying at resorts probably. So anyway, it's all good. We're gonna get about an hour in the park, then we have to go and get ready to check out. And I think we're gonna see what Ubers are like. We might do an Uber to Paris instead. of dealing with the trains, because if we did the trains, we'd have to do 2 separate lines. I just don't really feel like navigating that and dealing with the stress of it. Got my Disney legs on today, because we don't have a lot of time. So I'm walking at a good speed, get my exercise. Also try to wake myself up because it is early.
What? Oh, they can't get in.
Yeah, so that's the line of people waiting to get in that can't get in the park yet. It's your hotel card, yeah. Oh, I didn't get one of these. Bonjour. English, please. Thank you. Probably get a croissant here when we could probably get a croissant here before we leave. We decided to come over to Tower of Terror. This will probably be the only thing we do, but I really do like this, and it's a unique spin on this ride. It's a posted 15-minute wait, so it won't be long. That's probably all we'll get done, but I think we got in this line at about 9:05 a.m. It's 9:33. We just got off Tower of Terror. It was a really good one. It was the first time we started on the bottom, and just the sequence that we had this time was really, really good. The doors opened to see the outside twice instead of once, so that was kind of cool. And the view of the parks, you can see both parks from the top. It's really neat. But yeah, I'm gonna get those parachutes. Oh, there they go. There's a Dumbo on the desk, and there's security for the people coming in on the buses. We are headed out. Got my coffee cup. Had to go to 2 kiosks to find it, but it's so cute. It says Disneyland Paris, and my favorite part is it has a little Mickey head on top, which is adorable. Got Mia a little Minnie Mouse straw and a Minnie Mouse scrunchie. I'm gonna wait and find Mackenzie something somewhere else, but Mia's such a Minnie Mouse fan. Had to get her that. Then I got myself a Disneyland Paris super soft Spirit jersey, but it's not a jersey material. It's like, it feels like this super, super cozy pajama material. And it says Disneyland Paris on the back, and it was 70% off, so it's normally 90 euros, but it was only 27 euros. So it'll be great in the winter and super great for just keeping me cozy and warm. And it's red, so anyway, it's really cute. But we gotta head and get checked out of our hotel, get an Uber, and head to the city
for the next leg of our trip. So to get to the pool, you have to go through the dressing rooms, and then you have to take off your shoes in order to go through to the pool. If you'd like to see a full video tour of the Sequoia Lodge pool, I will stick that link above and in the description below so you can check it out. I will also include a room tour of a room at Sequoia Lodge so you can check that out as well. I'll leave that link above and in the description below. I just went over and looked at the pool, and now I'm wishing that we had had time to go in the pool. It is so peaceful in there. They have like this spa music with birds chirping, and there's a water slide and a hot tub, and it's really nice. So I'm kind of wishing we had time to do that, but I just wanted to go see it and get a little video and photos of it. And now we are gonna grab an Uber and head to our next location, our hotel. We are staying at the Moxi in Paris, the Bastille area. I'm gonna hop on and see if I can grab us an Uber really fast, and then we're gonna head out. So it's been a really great time here at Disneyland Paris. I wish we had more time. There's only so much you can do, but it's been a really fun visit so far. We arrived at the Moxi about 10 after 12. It was about an hour, a little less than an hour drive from Disneyland Paris to our hotel in Bastille, which is on the southeast side of Paris. It's pretty central though. They actually had a room ready for us, so we were able to go ahead and check in. We're on a corner room. They're small, but like have like what you need. We got a double twin room, and they have at all the Moxis, you check in at the bar. So it's like a bar counter, and they give you a free beverage. So we get a free drink. I think there's like there's like a list on the card what you can get. Let's see. Yeah, welcome drink. And it says, choose your drink options. Got Moxi signature, which is black tea and fruit syrups with or without gin. Moxi beer, half pint blonde lager. Glass of house wine, red, white, or rosé, or soft drinks by the cup, Pepsi, soda, juices, iced tea, lemonade. So you get one drink when you check in. So sometime today I can use that. And then with like the Marriott Bonvoy status, we were able to get a late checkout, so we won't have to check our luggage in the morning. We can head out, and we don't have to check out until 2 p.m., which is when we're going to need to check out anyway, so that we can get to the port for our boarding time, which is 3 p.m. tomorrow. So nice. Yeah, it's like perfect. So we just got kind of settled in, and we're gonna walk around. I'm wearing my super comfy new walking shoes that are like dress sandals. These are the only sandals I brought for like dress. They're like super casual or super comfy and pretty dressy. I mean, casual dressy. I'm just gonna wear these around. Changed my earrings, took the Mickeys out. Don't want to look too much like a tourist. So we're gonna go walk around. I don't know, we don't have a plan. I was hoping to get the Notre Dame reservation, and it was on our big Disney day when we were riding all the rides, and I completely forgot to get on and get it. You don't have to pay to get in, but you have to have a reservation, and they were sold out by the time I got on, like, later last night. I think it was like, I don't know, dinner time. Yeah, it was like 6:30 p.m. and it was already sold out for, you can reserve a spot 2 days in advance. So I recommend getting up early. I don't know what time they drop, but I recommend getting up early if you want to get a reservation for Notre Dame. But anyway, we can see it from the outside and that'll be fine. And then we don't have anything that we necessarily have to do. We don't have any reservations right now, so we're not really held to any kind of, and I don't know, sometimes that's nice to just be able to go at your own pace and not have like a certain time you have to be somewhere. So anyway, take you along on our day. Something I love about visiting large cities is that you don't always have to have a plan. Just wandering the streets is an experience in itself, especially when I'm visiting for the first time. It's all a surprise. We set out in search of a local cafe, found a great little spot to get a sandwich. Then we headed over to Notre Dame Cathedral. Although the cathedral was still being restored, it was incredible to see this historic landmark up close and admire its beautiful architecture from the outside. Made it to Notre Dame. As we walked around the area, we noticed the many love locks left by visitors, a sweet little reminder of all the memories and special moments shared in this amazing city. I'm videoing for Bo.
Huh? You're videoing
The
for
siren.
Oh, nice. I know.
The sound makes me think of the Born Identity movies. Anytime I hear a siren like that. Next, we headed toward the Louvre. Even though we didn't go inside, it was still worth the walk to see the famous glass pyramid and take a few photos outside of the world's most visited museums. With some extra time in the afternoon, we decided to make a spontaneous stop at the Musée d'Orsay and purchased our tickets right at the door. Housed in a beautifully restored former train station, the museum is home to an incredible collection of Impressionist masterpieces, along with tons of other beautiful art, might I add, but I really did enjoy the Impressionist section. Seeing works by artists like Claude Monet and Vincent van Gogh was definitely a highlight of our afternoon. From Monet's stunning paintings to Van Gogh's vibrant brushstrokes, the Musée d'Orsay ended up being one of those unexpected experiences that made our day in Paris even more memorable. I especially loved seeing the big clock from the back. I don't even know what it's called, but it was really, really cool. And then the rooftop cafe up top was definitely a highlight. The views up there were beautiful, and I enjoyed the refreshments. Sometimes the best travel days aren't the ones with the most plans. They're just ones where you simply wander and discover something amazing along the way.
Can I have one of these?
Yeah, we're up here on top of the Musée d'Orsay, and there's a little like cafe up here where you can eat and grab a little, it's mostly like pastries and stuff and drinks. Beignet trio. My dad got a coffee and a chocolate chip cookie. I got a champagne with citrus
They're really good.
in it. Got to see some Van Gogh and Renoir. And what was that one Norwegian guy? Krog? I don't know how you say his name, but it was very like everyday life kind of photos, kind of moving. Especially the sick. Did you see the sick girl? But yes, we're enjoying lots of art. Oh, look at that. So it was from a hotel?
Huh?
Is it from this hotel?
Oh.
Looks like it is.
It like changes.
It does. It goes. It like changes pitch when it passes you.
Alright. There it is. Tower. That's a good picture.
That's cool. Well, we walked all the way to the Eiffel Tower in the hot sun. My feet, I have new shoes on, and one did fine, but the other foot did not do as well. I don't think these shoes are necessarily meant for like, 10 miles of walking or longer. But I probably should have done my Chinook sandals today, but oh wow, I'll give them a break tomorrow. Oh, there we go, I can see it a little better.
Okay, so when we started our walk around Paris, my initial thought was that we were going to grab a pastry from one of the bakeries in the area, walk over to Notre Dame, take a little bit of a stroll, and then head back to our hotel, grab dinner, and do more walking the next day. So I wore shoes that were good for walking short distances, but not for a 10-mile walk. What we ended up doing was walking all over Paris. We went from the Bastille area of Paris all the way to the Eiffel Tower, and then we made it all the way back to the Louvre. By the time we got to the Louvre, I was really hurting. Blisters were forming on the backs of my feet. So my dad thought about getting one of those bike taxis, those pedal powered carts that you see around the city. They're really cool looking. It was a really fun experience, and the price was pretty steep that they quoted us at the beginning of the ride. The problem was that when we got to the end of our ride, they told us that the price they quoted us was per person. They were definitely not clear with that when they told us the price at the beginning of the ride, and I tried to pay ahead of time and they wouldn't accept our money. So it really did come off as a real scam because they didn't want you to know the exact price of the ride. In hindsight, what I would have done or should have done, we were originally thinking about getting an Uber, and that would have been super simple, cheaper, and also reliable. You know exactly how much you're going to pay ahead of time. So, having had that experience, here are a few tips on what I would do differently or tips that I would give you when looking for a last minute ride when you're downtown. So, quick travel tip: if you're taking a bike taxi in France or anywhere in Europe, before you get in, confirm the total price for the entire ride and ask specifically, is that price total or per person? Is there any additional charge at the end? And another one would be, can you write the price down or show it on your phone? We learned this the hard way, and I don't want you to make the same mistake. So, to avoid surprises, get the final price confirmed before the ride starts. Ask whether the fare is for the vehicle or for each passenger. If possible, pay through an app or use a service with posted rates. If a price sounds unusually high, compare it with a regular taxi or rideshare first. Quick conversation can really help with that. Beyond confirming whether the fare is total or per person, these are some of the most helpful precautions travelers can take. Agree on the exact destination before starting. Show it on a map if possible, which we did. We had the address. This prevents claims that the ride was longer or went farther than expected. Get the price in writing. A quick note on the driver's phone, a text message, or even a calculator screen can eliminate misunderstandings. Ask about all fees up front. Some operators may add charges for luggage, waiting time, extra passengers, or late night rides. Take a photo of the bike taxi or its license or ID number before you leave. Most legitimate operators won't mind, and it can be helpful if there's a dispute. Pay attention to posted rates. Many tourists or areas have official rate boards. If there are posted prices, take a photo before boarding. Avoid negotiating while in a hurry. Scammers often rely on tourists feeling rushed and agreeing without asking follow-up questions. Use official stands when available. Drivers operating from designated taxi or tourist transport stands are generally easier to identify and hold accountable. Have a backup option. Before accepting a high fare, quickly check what a regular taxi, public transit, or rideshare would cost. Sometimes a bike taxi costs more than people expect. Clarify the currency. In tourist-heavy areas, make sure the quoted price is in euros and not being presented in a confusing way. Trust your instincts. If the driver avoids giving a clear answer, won't state a fixed price, or becomes evasive when you ask questions, it's often better to find another ride. Hope that's helpful for you all and helps you to avoid any kind of scam situation like we did. Or, if it wasn't a scam, they definitely took advantage of us. Let's just say that. Hopefully that helps for you guys. But we did have a great time in France, and it was a cool experience to ride in one of those bikes, and my feet really needed it. So my dad honestly was doing it for me as a like he was doing it for a fun experience for us, and also because I was in so much pain. Like I was about to take my shoes off and walk barefoot through the city of Paris. So I really appreciated it, but it was so good to get back to our hotel and like change shoes, and we went and had a nice dinner. I don't think I videoed any of that, but it was a very long day and super fun little adventure in Paris. If you found this video helpful or enjoyed it in any way, I would so appreciate it if you would like and subscribe to the channel for lots more travel content. See you guys on the next one.